Hello class, our lesson today is about the present simple tense. درسنا اليوم عن المضارع البسيط. We use the simple present tense to talk about habits or routines. نستخدم الفعل المضارع حتى نحكي عن عادات وروتين. عاداتنا وروتيننا اليومي، الأسبوعي، الشهري أو حتى السنوي. Let's look at the examples. خلينا نطلع على هاي الأمثلة. She washes her face every morning. They call me every day. Jack takes the bus to school. Mary and John go to the gym 3 days a week. I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. We meet on Tuesdays. بنلاحظ هون إنه عنا جمل تحوي معنى الروتين أو العادات والروتين. She washes her face every morning. هي بتغسل وجهها كل يوم الصبح. They call me every day. هم بيحكوا معي كل يوم. Jack takes the bus to school. إنه جاك بأخذ الباص to school. وما بيروح بسيارة، بيروح بالباص. Mary and John go to the gym 3 days a week. ماري وجون بيروحوا على الجيم 3 أيام بالأسبوع. I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. كل يوم الصبح أنا باكل فطوري على الساعة 7. We meet on Tuesdays. بنلاحظ عنا في Tuesdays the S إنه every Tuesday we meet. كل يوم 3 we meet. فبنلاحظ إنه كل الجمل معناها واحد اللي هو روتين أو عادة. هلأ بدنا نشوف كيف بدنا نشكل أو كيف بدنا نصيغ أو كيف بدنا نرتب الجمل في the present simple. We form the present tense using the base form of the infinitive. In general, in the third person we add s in the third person. يعني إحنا بالأغلب إذا بدنا نكتب جملة أو بدنا نحكي جملة باستخدام ال present simple عادة بنضيف s للفعل. خلينا نشوف كيف. If the subject in a sentence إذا كان الفاعل في الجملة I, you, we, they or any plural noun إذا كان عندنا الفاعل I, you, we, they أو أي plural noun اسم جمع الverb بيجي بالبيس فورم. الverb بيجي بالبيس فورم. خلينا نشوف الجملة I, you, we, they or any plural noun wake up early every morning. If the subject in a sentence is he, she, it or any singular noun, we add s to the verb. We add s to the verb. فبصير عنا he, she, it wakes up every morning. He, she, it wakes up every morning. We add s. فإذا كان عندنا subject I, you, we, they or any plural noun الverb بيجي بالبase form. إذا كان عندنا he, she, it or any singular noun we have to add s to the verb. The spelling for the verb in the third person differs depending on the end of that verb. So بيعتمد إذا بدنا نضيف s أو es أو ies بيعتمد عنا على كيف بنتهي الفعل. هلا for the verbs that end in o, ch, sh, ss, x, z we add es to the third person. يعني إذا كان عندنا الفعل بنتهي ب o أو ch, sh, ss, x, z إيش بنزيد؟ بنزيد es. بنزيد es ما بنزيد s. خلينا نشوف examples. Let's look at the examples. We have go it ends أو بتنتهي ب o. It ends with o. So the verb is goes. Catch the verb ends in ch. بنتهي الفعل عنا ب ch فبتصير عنا catches. Wash بنتهي الفعل ب sh. The verb ends in sh. We add es washes. Kiss, kisses. Fix, fixes. Buzz, buzzes. بس إذا الفعل إنه بينتهي بconsonant Y for the verb that ends in a consonant plus Y, we remove the Y and add IES. إذا الفعل انتهى عنا بconsonant حرف صحيح بعديه Y, we remove the Y. we remove the Y. منشيل ال Y. we add منزيد IES. IES. marry, marries. بدنا ننتبه إنه في عنا هون consonant وعنا Y. consonant Y. بتصير عنا we omit the Y and add IES. study, studies. برضو we have a consonant عنا حرف صحيح قبل ال Y, we omit the Y نشطب ال Y, add IES. studies. carry, carries. worry, worries. بس بدنا ننتبه لشغلة. we have to be careful إنه if the verb that ends in a vowel and Y يعني عنا Y و vowel, we don't omit the Y. ما بنشطب ال Y. we don't omit the Y. we just add S. we just add S. For example, على سبيل المثال عنا play, play. Before the Y we have a vowel. we have a vowel. So we keep the Y, بنخلي ال Y and we just add S. enjoy, enjoys. say, says. Negative sentences in the simple present tense. Negative النفي. كيف بدنا ننفي الجمل بالpresent simple tense في المضارع البسيط. To make a negative sentence in English we normally use don't or doesn't. بنستخدم don't or doesn't. Let's see the examples. They go to the gym 3 times a week. They go to the gym 3 times a week. The negative form of the affirmative sentence is they don't go to the gym 3 times a week. هم ما بيروحوا على الجيم 3 times a week. He plays the piano on Mondays. He plays the piano on Mondays. كل يوم اثنين هو بيعزف على البيانو. كيف بدنا ننفيها? How can we negate the sentence? He doesn't play the piano on Mondays. He doesn't play the piano on Mondays. هو ما بيعزف على البيانو كل يوم اثنين. Negative contractions. كيف بدنا نختصر okay أو short form تبع negative. Do not نفسها don't. Does not doesn't. I don't like meat or I do not like meat. So this is the short form and this is the long form. الصيغة المختصرة والصيغة الكاملة. Now, when do I use don't and when do I use doesn't? متى بدي استخدم don't ومتى بدي استخدم doesn't. هلا if the subject in a sentence إذا كان الفاعل في الجملة I, you, we, they or any plural noun I use don't. I use don't. فإذا كان عندنا الفاعل I, you, we, they or any plural noun I use don't. If the subject in a sentence is he, she, it or any singular noun I use doesn't. I use doesn't. So إذا عندنا الفاعل كان he, she, it أو أي إشي singular I use doesn't. وبدنا ننتبه إنه after don't and doesn't بعد don't و doesn't الفعل بيجي عنا بالبيس form. base form سواء singular أو plural. سواء السبجكت عنا I, you, we, they أو he, she, it دايما لازم يجي عنا الverb بالبيس form. in the base form. Let's see the example. I, you, we, they don't have buy or eat or like cereal for breakfast. He, she, it, or any singular noun doesn't have, buy, eat or like cereal for breakfast. ولازم ننتبه برضو، رح أرجع أكرر إنه don't and doesn't بيجي بعديهم الverb بالبيس form. Let's see the examples. You don't speak Arabic. Joan doesn't speak Italian. We don't have time for a rest. It doesn't move. They don't go to parties every night. She doesn't like fish. Questions in the simple present tense. كيف بدنا نعمل questions باستخدام simple present tense. To make a question in English we normally use do or does. بنستخدم do أو does حتى نعمل أسئلة. You have to pay attention. لازم ننتبه إنه after do or does the verbs come in the base form. The verbs come in the base form. ننتبه إنه بعد do does لازم الفعل يجي بالبيس form بالمجرد، الصيغة المجردة للفعل. Let's see the examples. You speak English. You speak English. The question is, do you speak English? Do you speak English? He speaks French. He speaks French. The question, does he speak French? Does he speak French? So we notice that we omitted the S. We omitted the S. شطبنا ال S. Because after does, بعد does, the verb comes in the base form. The verb comes in the base form. بيجي الفعل بالصيغة المجردة. Now, word order of questions with do or does. نتعرف على كيف بدنا نرتب السؤال باستخدام do or does. We start the question with do or does. We start the question with do or does. But when do we use do and when do we use does? متى بنستخدم do ومتى بنستخدم does. If the subject is إذا كان الفاعل I, you, we, they or any plural noun, we use do. We use do. If the subject is he, she, it or any singular noun, we use does. We use does. Let's see the word order. We begin with do or does, the subject, the verb, and we have to pay attention that the verb should come in the base form, Then the rest of the sentence. Do I, you, we, they, or any plural noun have, need, or want a new bike? Does he, she, it, or any singular noun have, need, or want a new bike? Let's see the examples. Do you need a dictionary? We have the subject you, so we used do. عندنا subject الفاعل you عشان هيك استخدمنا do. Does Mary need a dictionary? Subject Mary, فاعل Mary, so we used does. It's a singular noun. Do we have a meeting now? Does it rain a lot in winter? Do they want to go to the party? Does he like pizza?